the Trevor Jackson Podcast.
Let's get into the next conversation, man. I got 3 more conversations I want to talk about, but I want to address this, though. You know, Ksoo in Jacksonville, Florida, one of the artists who spoke about crimes in his raps. You know, his father, also the one that people are talking about, took the stand against his son. He was also a person who intertwined in street business. You know, Jacksonville is a strange place. I recently went there in May. It's just a strange place. It's a lot of crime going on. I remember them boys did the song Who I Smoke. People beefing and just killing and talking about a lot of violence down there. And there's a lot of violence going on in Jacksonville. And when I seen this, I thought about, you know, the current climate of street culture, gang activity, and hustlers and drug dealers and stuff. And it made me feel like, you know, the culture in that area is dead. At one point in time, people was hustling because they couldn't find no way out or didn't know another way out. And they was trying to obtain finances so they could provide and create a better lifestyle for their family members. Now you have people doing it, competing and comparing against other individuals and wanting to be better than people, and they dying and killing each other and going to jail. So I know this young brother did a long time, and he's about to do a long time in prison, this Ksoo guy. And I don't feel like this will be the end of young individuals going to jail for these crimes and speaking about these things in their raps. And I feel as if it's going to be people take it to the next level. People urinating on people's graves. People trying to dig up people's graves. People talking about smoking on their ops and killing each other and stuff. I feel like people are going to try to take it farther and farther and farther and farther. And it's just, you know, horrible in totality because the youth look up to these guys. Now, I seen a clip from Vlad TV that I'm about to play that is like 3 years old of something little Boosie had to say about the father Ksoo.
Ksoo dad been like, he ain't no bitch ass nigga. Ksoo dad ain't no like, niggas know Ksoo dad in Duval. Like, nigga, like, you led him wrong too. You led him wrong. You know, we gotta start blaming ourselves as parents. We led these fucking children wrong most of the time.
Yeah.
You know, bro, like, you make these people do their fucking job. You don't bend over and get fucked by these people. You make these people do their job. That's why they get hired. You don't do their job for them against your son. It doesn't go like that. I don't give a damn. If you murder somebody, it's not to be caught for murdering somebody, it's to get away. It's not to be caught. No matter how bad it's not for them to be caught. It's for you to get away. Well, and by telling your ass is not going to get away.
Okay, so his dad made a statement about this publicly.
I heard his statement. I won't write him in jail. So whoever watching this, send me that nigga address, man. I won't write him and talk to him. I want to make them people do their job. They're laughing at you over beer and shots right now. We're making that motherfucker turn on his own seed. He's turning on his own boy. Then they're going to kill his ass when he go back there and we let him out. You know what we're going to do? We're going to make him testify and let his ass out after and give him credit for time served and let Ksoo boy smoke his ass. 2 birds and 1 stone.
I have now seen the Boosie white racist impression.
2 birds and 1 stone, both of you.
First time in all these years.
I done got you to kill your son and let you out for his son's niggas to kill you. Now we're gonna try them for murder. Three strikes, y'all. That's what the games they play against us.
I have no children before I speak. I don't know what it's like to raise a son, but I can speak from a uncle's perspective. I can speak from a friend's perspective. And I can speak from a cousin's perspective, a person to the people that I love. You know, one of the main things that made me remove myself from the game is that I would rather be the sacrifice. I told myself when I removed myself from the game that I would rather be broke for the rest of my life or just work a job and do what I have to do for the rest of my life than to transfer this street culture and me accepting this lifestyle and showing the youth that it's acceptable to pass it down from generation to generation to generation. From what I know about my family, I was the first and the last to participate in those activities. So with that being said, the father passed down that generational mentality to his son and then told on his son. That's horrible. That's horrible. If you listening to this podcast right now or this episode right now and you participating in those activities and you got to look at your son, your cousin, your nephew, your great nephew, your niece, do you want to be able to pass down that street behavior that you participating in to them and they continue on with that lifestyle after you dead and gone? That's just horrible. That's horrible. And also, to tell on somebody after you know what you have been involved in. One thing that people don't do that participate in these activities is think about the consequences. They only think about the benefits, the rewards, the attention. I feel like attention is the new crack. People want attention so bad they'll do anything to obtain it. And looking at this father in this situation with his son, it's just sick all the way around. I really can't just blame the father in totality because I don't know what his upbringing was like. I don't know what his father was doing. Could this be passed down? Could this trauma be transferable through the DNA and it constantly gets passed down and down and down and down? Because we see it. Crack babies smoke crack also. It's just crazy, man. It's a crazy world. And salute to Boosie for speaking on that 3 years ago after this man just snitched on his son last week. That was 3 years old. But, it was a lot of clips that I could have played from the trial. I could have played the son getting sentenced. I could have played when the father snitched, what he had to say. But what was most interesting to me was the reason why he did what he did.
Sitting here today, you realize that you are testifying against not only co-defendants, but family members.
Yes.
Why are you doing that?
I have a number of reasons.
And what are they?
I got some health issues. I got 2 6-year-olds and an 8-year-old daughter. And, when my 8-year-old daughter asked me when I'm going to come take her to the daddy-daughter dance.
Objection, hearsay, relevance.
Overruled.
You can answer.
When she asked me over each year when I'm going to come take her there, and I keep letting her down. Then my 6-year-old son, when he asked me if I'm going to come to his football games, come take him fishing. My other 6-year-old, he asked me when I'm going to come see him, when he begging me, please come see me, Daddy. He want to teach me how to play the game, but he don't know where I'm at. Things like that. My health issues.
What health issues do you have?
I have diabetic. I'm diabetic. I'm on high blood pressure. I suffer from congestive heart failure. I just found out June 25th that my kidneys is failing rapidly.
Has becoming a witness in this case negatively impacted your relationship with your entire family?
Well, I really don't have no more relationship with my family, besides one person.
So if part of your family completely cut you out.
Yeah.
When people know that you're cooperating, does that make it easier or harder for you when you're incarcerated?
Well, it make it harder for me.
What about when you get out?
Extremely harder.
Is cooperating in this case something that is easy for you to do?
No, this is the most hardest decision I've had to make in my life.
The day that Charles McCormick was murdered on January 15, 2020, does that specific day hold any significance for you and your family?
Yes.
And why is that date significant in your mind?
It's the date that my son got killed.
Who was your son that got killed?
Willie Addison.
Is he your biological child?
No.
Do you still consider him to be your son?
Yes, I consider him to be my son.
Did Willie Addison have a nickname?
Yes.
What was that?
Lil Willie, Boss Goon.
I feel like being a father, you should protect your child, man. He lost a son. He gave the reasons why, because it's like he's sacrificing one son to be with the other sons. This is sick in totality. He has a multitude of kids. One died, one locked up. Now you have two kids. Like, me personally, I would have removed myself from that situation. I know it's hard, and I know a lot of other brothers is in the street right now, and it's hard to remove yourself because it's comfortable, and you are getting paid from that lifestyle or whatever though. But damn, having those kids and then going to court to testify, he gonna end up getting smoked if he go back to Jacksonville. Where else can he go though? But if I was him, I would never go. I wouldn't have did that in the first place. But I would never go back to Jacksonville because he might not last 2 to 4 months. Somebody see his face and can get some stripes off of murking him, he's a target. But it's just foul thinking about that as a father. And in closing to this, I want to hear from the fathers in the comment section. What's y'all thoughts about this? How has this impacted your life, seeing this? How does this make you feel, seeing a father take the stand on his son? His son is a criminal, but you raised the criminal. You were a criminal. You transferred that energy down to him. And now you sacrificing him. That's some gangster shit to be able to even do that. To me, I couldn't fathom that. Real talk.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.